The Oracle Network.
How do we all sound? Let's do a check.
I don't know, because I just moved the mic too, just so I can have screen room.
Chickadee check. Oh god, this thing always terrifies me to move it.
Yeah, it was down on the floor for most of the last couple of weeks, so I actually just put it back up a few hours ago.
You threw it on the floor.
Oh, well.
I think it fell down while I was in one of my trainings. It was really cool.
It's just a microphone. My bad. Okay.
Uh-oh, this has got a loose butthole.
Test.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Test.
Good.
Do I sound
You
the
sound...
same level of volume as you?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, it does. Okay.
You might raise it up a little bit. Can you? Or does it obscure your vision?
This just falls, so it doesn't really help, you know?
Yeah, it's some real loose butthole.
Everything's a loose ball. Hi guys!
Hey guys, welcome. I'm Abby.
And I'm Shawna.
And this is Anxious.
And Afraid.
Yes, we missed you.
Yes, it's been a while and we're excited to record again.
Excited to be back in studio, which is not really a studio and just a room in my house.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we got the itch. We were missing podcasting.
Of course.
And Shawna,
yes,
as per usual, I have a question for you.
Let's do it.
Did anything make you anxious or afraid the last couple of weeks? We've been away a bit.
Yes, many things that I can't speak of, but
She's a mysterious woman.
yeah, it's been a long 3 weeks. I feel like I've lived 3 months in those 3 weeks.
Yes.
But, I mean, we did go out of town. Like, you and I finally had our concert experience that we've been raving about, and that was the best day ever.
It was so fun. It feels like that was 2 years ago.
I know, but it was the best day.
It was great.
We had a great time, and then the following weekend, I was out of town again with my mom. Mm-hmm. But then, of course, I had to get sick right before that.
Yep.
So that's fun. So I apologize if I sound a little flummy or gross, but
She didn't get the
COVID.
COVID.
It's not COVID sickness, just regular
Just a cold.
cold, and because I'm pregnant, my immune system is just like not there. So it's like taking forever to leave me.
She pieced out. She's like, there's like a baby to worry about. You'll be fine, right?
Yeah, she's
right?
more important and all that. Which, by the way, announcement also, I can feel her now.
That's right.
That's weird.
You were feeling her all kinds of kicking at the concert.
Yes, and that was like when I first like was starting to feel it, and I did not like it.
You didn't. Do you like it better now? Is it more... Have you gotten used to it?
I've gotten used to it. It doesn't make me like bleh, or like make me want to like feel nauseous or whatever. It's like the only time I felt nauseous this whole pregnancy.
She kept clutching her stomach and being like, I don't like that.
I don't like this. Does this make me a bad person? I don't like this feeling.
I don't like it, Abby. I'm sitting down.
Right. Oh, especially standing made it feel worse. But no, I've gotten used to it now, so it doesn't make me sick. So yeah, that was crazy. Being sick is crazy.
That sucks that you got sick. Well, knock on wood. I feel like I haven't been sick in a while just because we are at home all the time. I feel like my immune system's garbage now. If I go out, I'll probably catch something.
I wouldn't have gotten sick if it wasn't for my lovely husband who was traveling.
Let's throw him right under the bus.
Absolutely. It's all his fault.
He went on an airplane.
It's also his fault that I'm pregnant.
I know. You had no say in that.
It sucks because I can't take anything. I can't take Dayquil, NyQuil.
That does suck.
I just can't take anything.
He gave you the illness. He gave you the cold. He got over it fairly quickly, didn't he?
In 3 to 4 days, and here I am over a week later.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to take anything, and he could. I'd be a little spiteful.
He jugs NyQuil at night.
Just glaring at him.
Yeah.
Mouth breathing. Well, I guess he has to listen to you mouth breathe for an extended period of time.
Oh, yeah. I've been storing up a storm for him, so that's what he gets.
I'm turning the volume up,
or
sucker.
Not, he actually sleeps on the couch sometimes because he's just either too hot or I'm too snoring too much. And I'm good. I get the whole bed to myself then. Goodbye.
Which is funny because whenever we travel together, I don't really hear you snore.
You know what? That's Very true. My mom didn't say I really snored. But
Maybe you just save it all for him.
he really claims I do. And I'm like, well, you are equal snorer, so.
You give and you take.
Anyways, enough about me and my nonsense.
Well, I'm sorry you don't feel good.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, at least I'm feeling fine. It's just I'm still congested and
Right.
whatnot, but
I can hear it.
oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's not bad. It's just like,
I mean, it's still there.
you're like, Shawna, but 4 days of leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Abby? What's up with you? Anxious and afraid this week.
Well, I mean, I got my surgery date finally, and it's at the end of this month, which is really quickly approaching.
Yes.
It's on October 27th, which
Before
is,
Halloween.
I think, a Wednesday. Yeah, before Halloween. The scheduler was actually like, do you want me to schedule it after Halloween?
like
I
we
don't
do anything.
Yeah, she's like, is this going to ruin your plans? I'm like, my plans.
You think I have plans?
You sweet woman. Yeah, so it's on the 27th. So that's only like a week and a half away, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're going to try and cram some recordings in.
Give
But
you a few more before we have to like take another little break.
yeah,
for
there
you.
probably will be a break because, it's going to be a different surgery than the one before because it's a little more fucked up on that side, I guess.
Yeah.
So
a
that
little
might
more
be,
intense.
a little more extensive. And then at the same time, they're going to take the plate and screws out of my other arm.
They're
So
touching both of your wrists.
she will be inside both of my wrists.
You poor thing. How are you going to do anything?
I don't know.
Are you trying not to think about it?
I'm just like, I don't like being helpless. I really don't like being helpless.
Oh, it's like you really don't like it.
I'm not the person that likes to be, I'm more of the caregiver than the
For sure.
the whatever.
Like you're so
the
stubborn.
patient. I am very stubborn. I feel like I wasn't too bad last time. Was I too bad last time, Michael?
No.
No. I was,
No.
Yeah, because I mean, then when your arm's in a cast, you're like, you don't have a lot of choice
Yeah.
in the matter. You're like, yeah, that fucking hurts.
Yeah.
I will set this one out. But yeah, I'm nervous to have something on both hands. Just like taking a shower and using the bathroom and that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
The basics of basics. Yeah.
Yeah, how that's gonna work. Like, Michael signed up for better or worse, so
Sickness and then health.
yeah. He's super excited
Can't
for
turn
it.
back now. You're stuck.
He got to take a few days off work, so he gets to have a surgery vacation where he has to wait on me hand and
Okay.
foot.
That's nice. That's good. I wouldn't even think about that, but that's good that he has a couple days off with you.
Yeah, but she's like, I don't like accepting help, so even when I'm asking for help, just pretend I'm not there. And I was
She's
like,
gonna be
okay,
angry the
I'm
whole
just
time
gonna
you're
ignore
helping
you. I took 3 sick days just to pretend you're not here. That's what we did last time, right? So if I hear you calling out help, I'll just go, yep, that's my strong, independent wife.
I'll listen to her try and get her pills by herself.
Hilarious.
She's trying to open that package by herself.
It takes you 30 minutes.
No, he was really good last time. He would go and get me all my snacks for my pills.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting in bed, so I gotta sit in bed and wait for you to need something. It's
Yeah, it is a pretty cool time.
yeah.
Besides the pain and swelling and all that, but get to spend some quality time together.
I mean, will you even be able to twist a doorknob? Like
I don't fucking know.
Oh my God, don't close any of the doors. Oh no.
I just get trapped in a room,
Oh no.
just scratching at the door like a dog. Let me out.
Oh, you poor thing.
It'll be fine. It'll be
You'll
fine.
get through it real fast.
I'll give you updates. I'll send a ridiculous picture of me with 2 casts. It'll be really fun. Nobody signed my cast last time. Maybe this time someone will sign it.
Aw.
I'm such a loser.
Well, shut up. It's not like we're in school and it has to be signed and all that.
I know. It's just a school dream that I never got to accomplish.
You know, you want like somebody's phone number on your cast.
Or just like the attention of having a cast. Like every time somebody got a cast, they're like, "Oh, tell me your story."
How'd
And
you
like,
do it?
let me touch it.
So cool.
Like, I have no cool stories. I didn't break any bones. Not a daredevil. It's fine. Okay. Well, I don't think we have anything else to talk about up front.
No, we've ranted a good chunk.
All right. Well, it was a good episode. Have a good.
Good ep and good night,
We're
y'all.
done now. Bye.
We're gonna sign off, and we're gonna stretch this into 4 episodes.
No, I actually I'm coming back with you with a little shorty episode, because it's been a while since I've got done an episode. I think you did 3 in a row.
No, I think just 2.
2 in a row.
We missed you.
That's right. I'm sorry.
We need your brand of weird.
Things have been cray-cray in my life. But here I have a nice little shorty for you.
Yay.
It's episode 84.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Give me that little tasty episode.
Yes. Okay, and it's kind of funny. This is how I allude into the episode.
Okay.
We were talking about how we had the same idea of doing
Oh God, what?
of doing 2 episodes that, like, it's not a 2-parter. It's not like one story in 2 parts, but like 2 episodes that kind of intersect each other in a way.
Yeah, like a series almost, like they go together.
Right. And so I'm actually kind of doing that
Okay.
already. You've actually mentioned this event before.
Oh?
Many, many moons ago, all the way back to episode 12.
12.
Do you remember what episode that was?
No. 12?
That was like 2 years ago.
That was so long ago. I'm racking my brain. Was it my episode?
Yeah.
It was my episode. Mm-hmm. Number 12. No, I can't remember.
It's your favorite cryptid.
Was it Mothman?
It was the Mothman episode.
Yes. Okay.
But I'm not doing a cryptid.
Okay.
But you mentioned that the Mothman is very famously linked to the tragedy of the Silver Bridge collapse.
Yes. Are you doing that one?
I'm doing the Silver Bridge collapse.
Oh, shit. Are you going to talk about Mothman a little bit?
No, not really.
Okay, but we know he's flying around up there somewhere.
He was there. He visited and warned us about it with his presence, right?
Yeah, he was like a harbinger of bridge collapse.
Yes. I didn't know if I could talk about bridges because, like, lingo and stuff. I'm not smart.
Well, I don't know anything about bridges.
No, I think I condensed it down to a layman level. Is that the right term?
Yeah.
Layman's. But yeah, bridges are scary.
Yeah.
I don't like bridges.
I'm into this one. I like barely. Well, I did research the bridge collapse, but it was so long ago now. Like,
Right.
And it wasn't in depth.
You probably don't know, like, a little deets here and there.
I might remember some of the stories because I was reading. I think I read a book. Yeah, that's right. I read a book on Mothman, so there was some interesting. Maybe I'll try and remember and spice up your story.
Yeah, intersect whenever you can, or maybe I mentioned, like, a little story that.
It'll trigger a memory for me.
Right. Like, you'll have more than me. Anyways, so here we are.
I'm excited. This is going to be interesting.
This is that.
A bridge collapse. Okay, terrifying. Here's a new
Terrifying.
thing to be scared of, everyone.
Yep. It's terrible. Okay, so the Silver Bridge is an I-bar chain suspension bridge built in 1928.
1928. Okay.
It took 1 year to construct, and it was named after the color of its aluminum paint. Not very original.
That's Oh, Silver Bridge. That's really why?
Yeah, because the paint was silver, so it's like, oh, Silver Bridge.
They didn't have the most creative person on their team.
Nope. It was part of U.S. Route 35. This bridge connected to, Gallipolis? Nope.
Galapagos?
No. It's a city it's a city in Ohio.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ohioans, if that's what you're called.
Ohioans. Oh, we're just pissing off Ohio.
I know. Gallipolis. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
No, that sounds... Yep. Go for it.
Okay, and then Point Pleasant, West Virginia,
Of
as we
course.
know from the Mothman episode.
Of course.
And this is over the huge Ohio River.
Yeah, that's a big river.
It's really wide.
Thick.
It's a thick river.
Thick.
Okay, so before getting into the day of the disaster, let's talk bridges.
Okay.
So exciting.
This is a topic I ever think we would cover. I'm ready to learn about bridges.
I'm going to try.
Jeff Bridges?
Unfortunately, no.
All
Boat
right.
bridges.
Ooh, nice.
So many bridges to cover.
There's no way I can think of another bridge person. No.
Nope. Really trying.
I-bar bridges have been built for at least 100 years at the time that Silver Bridge was being made.
Okay.
I-bar bridges had usually been built using redundant bar links, using rows of 4 to 6 bars, sometimes also using several chains in parallel. With the Silver Bridge, however, the eye bars were not redundant and only had 2 bars each of high-strength steel.
Okay. Redundant?
So I already don't like that. Yeah, I don't know what that means, except for, like, multiple bars, maybe.
Yeah, redundant usually means there's, like, an extra one that doesn't matter, but... Wow.
But the Silver Bridge was not.
They only had just enough.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and then the towers on the bridge were technically called rocker towers. And this is because these towers would actually slightly tip to allow the bridge to respond to various loads of weight.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I don't like that idea either. Why is that a thing?
That's like when you see videos of like skyscrapers like moving around in the wind, or they're like built so that they sway.
Ew. What? How is that?
They have to, otherwise it would just topple over. Has to have like flexibility when it's that high up.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Why can't it just be so sturdy?
I don't know. I don't know enough about things, but I do know that they sway and it's very
Well,
unsettling.
now I don't like buildings. I don't like anything.
Yeah, that's another thing to be terrified about.
Okay. In the 1920s, the Ford Model T was the typical family car. The average weight of the Model T was about 1,500 pounds or 680 kilograms. Yeah, kilograms. My brain is like not here, you guys.
She's pregnant and sick.
I know. A pregnancy brain, is that happening to me now? Because I'm like questioning everything.
Yeah, it's probably happening to you for sure because you're pregnant.
Yep. Okay.
You're doing great.
Okay. So, I mean, that number, 1,500 pounds, 680 kilograms.
Got it.
The maximum weight for larger trucks at the time would have been about 20,000 pounds or 9 tons.
Wow, that's heavy.
Right. So that was in the 1920s. By the 1960s, the time of the collapse, the typical family car was now weighing about 3,000 to 4,000 pounds, more than double, or 1,800 kilograms. And a large truck weighed more of a maximum of 6,000 pounds or 27 tons. So way more than double.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm starting to remember things. Yeah, that's not good.
So this is heading in a not good direction.
Right. It was built for different times.
Yeah, and then there's more and more people in the world.
Yeah, traffic.
Yes. Along with the weight increases throughout the years, bumper-to-bumper traffic was much more of a common thing. Mm-hmm. And it would obviously occur multiple times in a day. Mm-hmm. So this was all causing just slowly more and more stress on this bridge.
And it's over a river, so it's going to be like kind of a choke point. Like there's only so many paths over the river, so anyone in that area is going to use that bridge if you need to get to another town.
Yeah, it was like the bridge to go over the river, even though there was like some other ones, but that was like the main.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also believe that the traffic lights on the bridge that day were also malfunctioning.
I think I remember that.
Yes, so this was also causing more backed up traffic stuck on the bridge during this time, which is just everything is lining up not good.
Isn't it so stressful when you're in one of those situations where the traffic lights aren't functioning and you're like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Like when the power's out.
Yeah, and like everyone just uses like the honor system of like taking turns, but it's scary.
But some people still don't go, and then you're like, what do we do?
I know.
Yeah.
Society collapses. Like the easiest little thing.
Yeah. Okay, so on December 15th, 1967, at around 5 p.m., during rush hour traffic, the Silver Bridge completely collapsed into the freezing winter water of the Ohio River.
Ohio's cold too, isn't it in that part? Like
I think so.
Really freaking cold.
More east.
Oof.
And yeah, and this is like peak winter.
What
right
date was
before
it?
Christmas too.
Yeah.
December 15th.
I think I remember reading like there was extra traffic too because everyone was doing their Christmas shopping.
Of course they were. Makes it so much more sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, just add bridge collapses, but then you're adding the freaking water, and then the water's freaking freezing. It's just so much more gross.
Going into the water in a car is like probably one of my top
nightmares.
Top nightmares for sure.
Have you ever watched the movie? I think it was the first one, The Bourne Identity.
Oh, Yeah,
Oh
I've
my
seen
God.
all of those.
There's a scene where the lady is in a car and it goes into the water.
Oh, I hate it.
She doesn't go out.
No, I hate
And you see it, you watch it. I don't like it.
No. Because, like, if it's deep water, like, well, okay, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a Mythbusters episode on, like, how to get out of a car if it's,
Right.
like, submerged and sinking.
Right.
Because they were saying, like, you have to wait for all of the water to come in so that you
What?
could get the door open, because otherwise the pressure is too heavy to, like, get the door
I
open.
would not think about that.
Unless, I guess, you can get your windows down and you can fit out the window. But, like,
Right.
yeah, they were saying, but then you have to, like, wait.
No. Who does that? Who can do that? Are
And
you
then they could
kidding?
open the door, like, once the car was full of water. But I was like, no fucking way.
No way.
I don't think I could do it.
I know that they're making like the head pieces of the piece in the car for your head easy to take out, and you use those like metal prongs to break the window.
Oh.
So they advise you, if you're ever stuck in a car, to take that head piece out and break the window with those metal things.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those tools.
Pro tip.
Mm-hmm. Wow, thank you for that PSA, Shawna.
You're welcome.
In case any of us go into the water in our car. Hopefully we never do that.
I hope that on nobody. Okay. So the entire bridge ended up twisting counterclockwise and in less than 60 seconds crumbled completely into the river.
It twisted?
Apparently, that's what a witness saw, that it was like kind of twisted and then broke apart.
That's terrifying.
don't-
It's so terrifying.
I don't like thinking of like huge concrete buildings just crumbling like they are nothing.
I'm just imagining the sound of, like, wire suspension cables snapping.
Snaps.
Which is, like, the worst
And the
thing ever.
rumble.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's just, like, snap, 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 and it just starts jerking. Oh, God. I'm freaking myself out.
Yeah, you are. Good job. Good job. I'm doing the right thing here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there was 44 vehicles on the Silver Bridge during this rush hour traffic, 37 cars, 2 gravel trucks, and 5 tractor trailers. 46 people perished in the
God.
collapse, but 21 people did end up surviving.
Did they all? Oh, well, I guess you probably don't know all of them, but I wonder if they went into the water and made it out.
I mean, I have just a few stories for you. But yeah, imagine that trauma
No.
and just the survival stories.
It would be hard to get back in a freaking car, let alone go over a
Right?
bridge. Going over bridges over water already gives me, like, the butt tingles, but I think after that,
butt
it would be like, no.
I don't even like my car stopping under a bridge or like an
overpass?
a freeway overpass.
Oh, really?
I'm like one of those that I'll like kind of stop so I'm not completely under it.
Really? That doesn't bother me at all. I guess I've never even thought about that. Like, stopping under one. That doesn't bother me, but, like...
Because what if it just crumbles on top of your car and you're smashed?
I'm more afraid of being on top of the bridge and it crumbling. Like, when you're on a bridge and you can kind of feel the suspension wiggle around a little bit.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I mean, I'm not terrible, but I always have that thought in my brain, and then sometimes I'll just be like, I don't need to go any further. I don't need to be under this thing.
The ones that go over rivers that are, like, the green, like, iron bridges, do you know the ones I'm talking about? Where you can easily kind of see over the edge, like, the river. Those are the ones that always really... And they're narrow. Ooh,
Yeah,
I don't like that.
No.
Don't like driving over water.
Okay, so it took a total of 6 weeks to recover all the bodies from the river.
God.
It was a lot of people were like, this was a painfully slow process to get this cleaned up.
Ugh, that's really rough.
Yeah, out of the 46 people that died, only 44 bodies were able to get recovered. So 2 people were never found.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, because it's, like, moving water below you, so, like,
Yeah.
they get carried away.
Yeah. And debris was flowing down the river, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a hot mess.
That's terrible.
Okay, so Edwin Burnson, a witness to the disaster, said, "It was complete and utter chaos. I can still hear the people screaming."
Oh, that's terrible.
Isn't that awful?
Can you imagine the survivor's guilt if you were just right before the bridge?
Oh my gosh, right? And then I have one right here for you that I'm going to tell you.
Oh, God.
Her name is Charlene Clark. This is really crazy to me. She was described as a very pregnant woman.
No, God.
Okay, so she was big and poppin'. And she was driving in her car alone. and she was on the edge of the bridge when she saw the road crumbling in front of her.
Oh my God.
She quickly sprang into action and shifted her car in reverse, then quickly sped backwards back onto land.
Holy
just in time.
Shit, like it was going beneath her? Or was starting to?
Yeah, I mean, I think she was kind of like on the edge and she just like had enough seconds of time to reverse back.
It's like a movie.
Right? Can you imagine the instant adrenaline?
No.
And you're pregnant with a baby?
I mean,
And you're alone?
God, so scary.
She barely escaped death, and then she was found standing outside of her car, completely shaken up because of what just happened.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Because then you witness the whole bridge gone and hearing people screaming in the river.
Yeah, you're hearing people in their last moments.
And she could have been one of them. Oh, man, it's bad. I don't like seeing videos of bridge collapse and like watching a truck drop. Like, I just don't like it.
You know, I don't think I've seen a lot of bridge collapse videos.
I think I've seen a handful to torture myself, and I just...
Just to torture myself.
Yeah.
No.
It's terrible because you just know someone's operating that vehicle.
Oh, terrible way to go. Terrible.
Okay, so before we get into any more stories, maybe let's take a quick little break.
Okay.
Okay, I have more story for you.
Good. Well, welcome back, everyone.
Yes. Okay, so another story here on the disaster. So someone named Ben Cedar, he was a Kirby sweeper salesman back in the day.
A Kirby.
I don't know what that is.
Vacuum.
Kirby vacuum. Do you remember the little toaster?
Oh.
Brave little toaster, the Kirby. My sister Hannah, I'm pretty sure, bought a Kirby like recently, and the thing weighs as much as a car, but I think it did an impressive job at vacuuming.
That's hilarious. Okay, yeah, now I remember. Okay, fun. Kirby sweeper salesman.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was him back in the day, and his job required him to cross over the Silver Bridge 3 times a day.
Okay.
He described getting stuck on that bridge always made him nervous, saying if you got stuck in the middle of it, you could feel it wave back and forth.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. It shouldn't happen.
Don't like it.
He ended up crossing the Silver Bridge for the final time just about 15 to 20 minutes before 5 when the collapse happened that day.
Ooh.
Also think about like the people who just crossed it that day too. Like
So many people.
that's wild to think about. Like, oh my God.
To have that story and walk away from it. Oh, man.
Ugh, crazy. Okay, another one. Bill Needham. He was I don't know. He needs ham.
Bill needs ham.
He needs some ham.
Give Bill some ham.
He's a big guy. Okay, so Bill, he was a former truck driver. He was in his truck on the bridge with his driving partner, Robert Tao, I believe you say, at the time of the disaster. Bill remembers his truck had quickly sank to the bottom of the Ohio River when it collapsed.
Yikes.
He had to suddenly hold his breath, obviously. And fortunately, he was able to escape his truck through his door window. And he swam himself back up to the surface. He remembers that the water was completely pitch black because there's debris everywhere.
Yeah, because it happened at night.
Yeah, 5 p.m.
In December.
December would be dark.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh gosh, that makes it so much worse. It's
So
not even
much
daylight.
worse. Oh, and it's so cold. I hate it.
It's freezing. So like people then are like, you can die of
Hypothermia.
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
So many things.
So many things.
Okay, yeah, so the water was pitch black, but then he surfaced. He was able to grab onto some floating debris until he was rescued about 15 minutes later.
Oof.
So imagine also just being like, you survived and you're just like waiting in the river to be rescued.
What about his partner?
I have information.
Oh, no.
His driving his driving partner, Robert, never made it out. It was even his last day as a long-haul trucker.
No, that's really sad.
I know.
He was so close.
His last day. He had a wife and 3 young kids.
God, that's so sad.
And he literally had just purchased a farm and finished building their new home.
No.
It just makes it so sad.
That's really sad.
And now, like, what's the wife to do?
Oh my God, that's terrible.
That's so sad.
He was so ready to start like a nice life in the country.
Oh, it's terrible. Okay, 31-year-old state trooper Rudy O'Dell had the main job of having to tag the victims found inside their cars, along with their location and approximate time of death before having to send them to the morgue.
I mean, are you talking about the ones in the river?
Yes. The police doing so weren't trying to identify the bodies at that point, but being such a small town, some already knew many of the victims as they were tagging them.
That's really sad.
So, like, imagine, like, oh, that's my neighbor so-and-so, this is her, or whatever, like.
Yeah, and it's just, like, such a random grouping of people, too, because it's just they happen to all be there.
Mm-hmm. It's just, all of it sucks all around. O'Dell saw a crane pull up a car containing a father and his young son. He remembered the boy had on a small winter suit with the fur along the collar. So I picture, like, the hood.
Yeah.
Like, so classic. And I don't know how old he was, but too young.
So fucking sad.
He recognized the boy, too, and he knew his mother well. So the mom lost her husband and kid.
So much waste of life.
It sucks so hard.
And they didn't do anything wrong. They're just, like, in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Seriously. And O'Dell said, you don't get used to it, like, for saying something like that.
No.
It's so traumatizing.
That's so many people.
Yeah. And that doesn't leave your brain, like, no matter how many years go by.
No.
Okay. The bridge's collapse was... here we go. You're going to get really angry and really scared.
Oh, no.
I don't like this information. Here I go.
Oh, God.
So the bridge's collapse was found to be due to a defect in a single link of the I-bar suspension chain. One single chain link.
All these years later, it finally just gave up the ghost. That's insane.
Like, it's so small.
That's such a tiny defect.
It's so infuriating.
Oh my God.
It gets worse. A small crack, the small crack was formed at the bearing and grew through internal corrosion, also called stress corrosion cracking, which I don't like. But yeah, okay, so like keep in mind, this is a single chain link, like a chain has links, and it's one of those, just one.
Just one.
Makes me
That's all you need.
That's all you need for a huge bridge to go down.
Insane.
I have a terrible joke for you.
Oh God.
Oh God.
What?
I'm gonna hate myself. I just wrote it was the weakest link, and then the entire bridge went goodbye.
Oh my God. You're fired.
I know. I wrote down terrible joke.
Oh, you're trying to do dad jokes already.
I am. It's stupid. I'm
She's
ashamed.
preparing for parenthood.
I love a good dad joke that's lame, but that one's a lame one. I'm just trying to make some light here.
Nice try.
Okay. So ready to get really angry again?
Okay.
The crack was only 0.1 inches or 2.5 millimeters deep when the bridge fell. That's all it took.
So small.
Also, how do you find that out after a collapse? That's fascinating.
Yeah.
The whole thing was destroyed. How do you find what
that is
the cause was?
They must have really been looking at all the pieces really, really close. I guess you would have to when that many people die.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's ways of smart bridge people, but...
Yeah, people who know things about bridges probably figured it out.
Yeah. But so small.
That's really tiny.
So infuriating.
Are you going to tell me it was, avoidable or something and make me cry?
No.
Okay, good. Can't handle that.
A 1970s National Transportation Safety Board report states that the bridge had not been inspected in 16 years prior to the event, but even so, the flawed eye bolt wouldn't have been detected. The collapse of the entire structure was inevitable. The crack in the link wouldn't have been detectable even with an inspection due to the technology at the time wasn't advanced enough today to detect something that small, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know.
It would have to have been like...
Somebody would have to go over it with a magnifying glass.
Yeah. Or I think I read, like, it would have to be, like, dismantled in order to, like, know.
Even to see it?
Yeah. So, like, there was just no way it was going to happen.
We're not smart enough to know who to hold responsible for this.
Right. It's someone's fault, right?
You want to blame somebody. Yeah, it sucks. The disaster ended up being a wake-up call for bridge safety in general, hopefully, almost immediately after the tragedy, the Federal Bridge Inspection Program was created. National standards now require all bridges to be inspected once every 2 years.
Okay.
Which I hope is being held up, because I was, like, thinking nobody checks bridges anymore. But...
I feel like even if they are being checked, if there isn't a budget in place to repair said bridges, it also doesn't... I've heard of, like, things like that where they're like, oh, there's all of these bridges that need repaired or whatever.
That are out of date, that are not up to code.
Right, up to code.
Yeah, like, the U.S. is not good at that.
We could be better.
We could be a hell of a lot better. It's really stupid. A memorial was installed in Point Pleasant in remembrance of the 46 victims. A new bridge was then constructed about a mile away from where the original once was. So I'm glad they kind of didn't just build another one right there.
That'd be a haunted bridge for sure.
Oh, for sure. And the new bridge, also not very originally named, but it's Silver Memorial Bridge.
Okay, I was like, was it Gray Bridge or?
No, it's the Silver Memorial Bridge. But
okay, well, I guess that's kind of nice.
It's still nice
to remember everyone by.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and that's all I have on this bridge.
Shoot, well, now I'm scared of bridges. Thanks.
You're welcome.
More than I was before.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah. Bridge collapses do happen in modern times. Like, I feel like one happened not even that long ago.
No.
It's just a terrifying part of life, I guess. I mean, that's why I would never be an engineer. I don't want that kind of pressure on my shoulders.
Oh, the stress. Totally.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Plus a lot of math. We don't do that.
Geometry. Nope.
Well, thank you for covering that. That was really good.
Thank you.
That was really interesting.
Nice little shorty there for you.
Yeah, and I just pictured Mothman, like, fluttering above.
He was fluttering above during that time.
He, like, gave us a wink with his one red eye.
Yeah.
Katie sent me that TikTok to do it. Mothman
costume?
Halloween costume.
It was really good. It was really cute.
It was really cute. I was like,
you should.
hell yeah. Except for I don't ever do anything for Halloween now, so
I know.
why would I dress up? But hey, that's in the bag if I ever need one.
We got that idea. It doesn't look like it's hard to make or do.
No.
So we're going to do it sometime.
That'll be fun for us. What else? What do we got to do? Oh, City of the Week.
Oh, yeah. Let's do City of the Week.
This week, it's, once again, Houston, Texas.
Texas?
Hot damn, Texas.
We have a lot of listeners in Texas, apparently.
Howdy.
Howdy. Thank you. That's awesome.
We actually, I feel like most of the time have more listeners in Texas than in Oregon, which blows my mind.
That is super weird, since that's where we're based and lived and know, like, a lot more people.
Some about Houston,
They're fans of us.
they like to be anxious and afraid, I guess, over there. Welcome to the fold.
Yep, we welcome you here.
We appreciate you, Houston. What else? Are you listening, watching anything you want to talk about?
I mean, no.
No. I just found a band called Motrik. You can check them out.
Motrik.
Motrik. It's like alternative rock. It's like really random. It's these old guys, and I think they're Portland based.
Oh, fun.
Could not find a lot on them, but it's good music.
Good stuff?
Yeah. Chad really liked it.
Oh, well then he has high standards, I feel, so.
I know. It's a pretty good feeling when I send him something and he's like, this is excellent. I'm like, fuck yeah.
You're like, I did it. He approves.
He approves, unless he's just being nice and he's like, this fucking sucks.
No.
He'd probably tell me, right?
I would think so. I think you're that close enough.
Maybe I should send him something really shitty just to see.
Test him. That would be hilarious.
What am I gonna send him? I'll send him some Nickelback or something. Have you heard Nickelback's latest album? Oh my god,
It's
a
actually
banger.
really good. They've like really turned around. I'm ashamed I've seen them in concert.
I forget that you've seen him.
I was front row. I'm so ashamed.
Did you catch him sweat off of his
I think
blonde
I
hair?
actually caught a gutar pick.
No, oh my
I don't have it
God.
anymore, but I remember that.
Wow, you touched something that Nickelback touched.
I'm not proud of it.
They're not so bad. They get such a bad rap, but they're not. There's worse.
I guess there's worse. And to my defense, we were not there to see Nickelback. We just thought that was kind of a plus because that was during like our Breaking Benjamin and Seether phase. So we were like, we're here for the grunge.
Yeah, and you were like one of 10 people in the audience, and they're like, "Here's this guitar." No, they have quite the following, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's always someone for everyone. Yeah, I don't have anything else. I don't think.
Nope.
Nope.
Let's end it. I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Okay, my creds go out to wikipedia.com, dispatch.com, wvgazettemail.com, and wvpublic.org. Music is by Broke for Free and Matt Edwards, and we're edited by Michael.
All right, you guys, you know the drill. All right, Anxious and Afraid the Pod is our handle for both our Facebook page and the group, along with our Instagram and Gmail.
We're also on Twitter at AAThePod. You can support us at patreon.com/anxious and afraid. You get some cool perks, ad-free episodes. You get a release a day early. You get a sticker. You get a shout out. We also have some cute, fun merch if you're interested in that. I always recommend buying a size up in men's. And you can find all of that listed in our episode notes and our website, which is really cute. And that's anxiousandafraid.com. Check it out.
You can also support us for free by leaving a rate and review. And please subscribe and tell your friends.
Anxious and Afraid is partnered with the Oracle Network.
Hi, my name is Jules, and I'm the host of Riddle Me That True Crime, which focuses on unsolved murders and disappearances, where I often do so with the help of family members, where they come on and tell their stories, and oftentimes with experts. I'll usually present the story over a multi-episode story arc. Sometimes I'll do one-off episodes like one I covered recently, which was the tragic and very suspicious death of 14-year-old Noah Donahoe in Belfast, Northern Ireland. So Noah went off on his bike one day. It was Father's Day, the 21st of June, 2020, amidst lockdown. He rides his bike, he's going to Cave Hill Park to meet friends, and something along the route causes him to get derailed. He ends up in an area that he's unfamiliar with and has no business being in, given that he is a Catholic schoolboy and this is a loyalist area. So it takes just under a week until Noah's body is discovered. He's discovered unclothed in a storm drain, and the PSNI comes out with a preliminary conclusion of accident. Mind you, this is before an autopsy has been done to determine manner of death or cause of death, and also before the forensics has been run. The family is screaming out for justice. I really hope you will join me on Riddle Me That True Crime, which you can listen to anywhere you get your podcasts.